for rent, and the owner wants to sell the house now.
Okay.
They don't have the money to buy the house, but they have a land. So I want to going out to raise funds to join them so they can build their own place. They want to have an administrative block, hostel, skill acquisition area. So, please, App Initiative is a wonderful. You can Google it, App Initiative.
Okay, that's fine.
You can Google that home. So that's
I think
Like these children you're talking about to be homeless, are they like orphanage or?
oh yes,
Yes.
we have you see when we talk about orphans, there's some of them are 100% orphan, some of them are 50%, some are 25. Sorry, either 100 or 50, but some have parents. But their parents, even there's some orphans are better off.
on their parents.
Because let's look at it. God forbid I don't pray such things for anybody. If Dangote and his wife die and they have little small kids, what will you call them?
Orphans.
Orphans. Yeah,
Yeah.
they are orphans. And but we have a Megad and his wife with three wives. Can we compare those orphans to those people?
Yeah.
It's so
I know where you're coming from.
So many times,
Which means it's relative.
it's relative when we talk about. So those are the type of education that we're giving the society now. When people comes in, they say, "Is this?" I say, "No." They have we have some children that the father is nowhere to be found, but the mother, she's insane. So she mentally bereft. So what will happen?
I think
So those children are vulnerable.
anybody of us will connect with you to ask more because we can't finish this discussion today.
Yes.
And there are so many great men of God here that have something to share. And we thank you for your time.
Yeah.
We really talked a lot of things, new things we've learned. We appreciate you.
Thank
Any
you
other
so much.
question
Thank you
to be on one-on-one basis? Yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
The next thing is Makran too will help us. She went out. Actually, when I was telling her, we'll start going out here to be feeding the less privileged on the street. She was able to do it some couple of weeks ago. So she experienced it. And I told her to share with us how they did it and how we too as an organization can take one Saturday, maybe in a month, maybe quarterly, to go out and show love, you know. So maybe in 5 minutes you can share with us how you did it.
Right. So it's a street impact thing, Destiny Street Impact and Rise they call it. They go out Thursdays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Saturdays all day, and weekdays is evening time. All the streets within the city where homeless people are. So it's to make sandwiches, and you buy the fillings from the shop, so it's absolutely safe. And the bread is from the shop, it's not your home baked, which is absolutely safe as well. And then you make hot chocolates. You need at least big flask. Hot chocolates and coffees, basically no tea.
Okay.
Then just make it ready, and just take your disposable cups, and that's it. And just walk. You don't need any permit from anybody to go out. You just go and give them. Like I remember when we're going to London with the children, we stopped at McDonald's to buy some things, and this homeless man, he's always there on the Princess Street one. And my son asked him if he wanted a sandwich or burger or something. He said no, he had a burger. He wanted a hot drink. hot chocolate or coffee. Was that he said hot chocolate? So my son went in and got for him, and he was so happy, and then gave him coins as well, put in his plate. And so it's not as if there's any restriction as who you can give and what you can give. So, and these people, when I have a mindset before, like, this is UK, why would somebody be homeless? I can understand that in Nigeria. I'm a journalist, I've practiced in Nigeria, and I go under the bridge, I see people there because genuinely there's no resettlement plan, there's nothing the government does for them. But here I'm like, there's council, there's housing, there's this housing association, all kinds of things. But they are genuinely homeless because even the council is overwhelmed by accommodation problem. So the people are hungry, they are cold. So we could take out these things for them, give them sandwiches, just put half it the way we do our sandwiches, and cheese and ham, because I just ask them, do you want cheese or do you want ham? Just label them, I wrap them in paper, just label. I make the sandwiches as well. And you ask them cheese or ham, and give them. A lot of them have their dogs as their guide and as their company, It's boring just sitting down there. So, in fact, one that almost made me cry. I gave him a piece of sandwich. As we turned to go, he was sharing it into two for him and his dog. Honestly, I was heartbroken. So I gave him a second one. I said, "No, give that to the dog." And the dog are well taken care of because the dog keep them. He said it's for their protection as well. Because when they are sleeping, the dogs are alert if they have any intrusion, all of that. So I think it's one thing we can adopt too in this group, so that because this, I believe that this our gathering and fellowship. It's church. It's just not we didn't gather money or disturb everybody to raise funds to build something, because church is us. So, and Bible says we should not forsake the gathering together of the brethren. So we're gathered now. Where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, is there in their midst, and we need to spread the love of God. I was just reading in Matthew 10. He said, go into the way of the Gentiles, into any city of the Samaritans, enter it not now, but go rather to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. And I believe that anyone that is not with Christ is a lost sheep. So if you reach out to them, we're not telling them we're church people or Christians or believers. We're sharing the love of God. We can chat with them, and if we can talk to them, because what we also say to them, do you need anything? Do you want us to pray for you? If they say yes, why not? If they say no, that's fine. And no offense, and then just give them. It says, as you go, preach, saying the kingdom of heaven, and heal the sick, cleanse the lepers, raise the dead, cast out devils. Freely you have received, freely give. That's where touch me again. Freely you have received, freely give. Like you ask the funding and all of that. And like you say, you don't have to have so much, And I agree with that, because if we wait till we gather, money doesn't gather like that, because money just keeps going. So yeah, so wherever we are, we can start. We can start with Princess Street. We can start with maybe the foot of the Lead Walk. Anywhere. We can just take 2 hours. I do mine in 2 hours. I could just walk. When I did, first one was the whole of Princess Street, back to back. Then it's Queen Street, half of it. And then all those Frederick, Rose Street, there's some corner like that, some corners, you see people there, just give them and just chat to them. We ask them, like when we're going to that home, we have discussed earlier, we need to buy like wipes, and ask those people on the streets what they need apart from the sandwiches we're giving them, so that maybe next time when we're coming, and they tell you socks. One said he has not changed his pattern, he's on this. For 3 weeks. Jesus. In fact, that was what I just said, Jesus, Can imagine how I scream at my kids if they wear the vest the next day, especially when you're hot and, that kind of thing. So how much is briefs in Primark and, the cheap shops? How much is socks? Which we can do. We can also do like we did the other time we went to one of the homes. Yes. To share love with them, to celebrate a friend's radio station turned 1. So we went there with a birthday cake. These people were so full of joy, to see different people, sang with them, they clap hands. Some of them know all these songs. Some are Christian, spirit filled and all of that, We can take boxes of wipes. It's £7, £10 in the shops, in the Morris, in the Nasdaq. Wipes, because the homes they use wipes a lot, you know. Can take any other like warmers, especially depending on the season, you know, head warmers, gloves, all of those kind of things, you know. Just share love, so we know that we're also touching lives, you know, at least starting from here, and then as God opens us up to going back home. Because yesterday, one of the sisters I have on this platform, Dagnet, you know, she said it's shipping time again, July. She ships to Africa. She's from Liberia, so she gathers things, you know, like what I did when I was going for my husband's book launch. I gathered things. I asked my neighbors, my friends, if you have anything you're not using again, children's clothes, just bring. I'm going to pay excess luggage because I was going to Nigeria, and all those IDPs that displaced, they have nothing, you know. So I went there, you know, shared these things with them. I added, now bought food stuff, bought all these noodles, Pampers and Golden Morn, you know, and took to them. When I saw their condition, I was crying. The first thing I asked them was, do they get help from like their senators representing their cause? Because those people were displaced from various parts of the north where this Boko Haram thing happened, and they ran to Abuja. And when you hear some stories, you will be crying. They said they don't see anybody. I said, what of church? He said, only Catholic church.
Only Catholic church?
Yes, they told me that. I have it on record. Though I spoiled my iPad, but I still have some. Pembi has some.
Let me just stop you there. A woman shared, they say they went to Nigeria. This will shock you. They want to start NGO, something like you're doing. They say they gather people. The only people doing something. Because they, you know, you do what we call case study. They say the only people that are doing something similar to their own and they want to do is Catholics.
They do bazaar. When they do
So you
bazaar,
see, I'm so disappointed because the churches are not doing what they're supposed to do. I'm not criticizing anybody, but it's time for
and we
us
criticize because it is high time
to do this thing ourselves.
There's no
I believe that we in this movement believe in reaching out to people, helping each other, helping ourselves. Like we discussed, we say, let's start with ourselves. And I believe that's why our brother is hosting. I've never been to this house. It's as a result of, let's take care of ourselves. Let's take, you know. My wife is saying on the way, look, let's stop on the way, buy something, take there. I say, no. He's not going to walk because he's doing it because he wants to do it. You understand? So, just to make a point to what she's doing, please, let's not say because nobody is doing it, we should not do it. Let's do our own part. You know, they say indecision is a decision itself.
That's right.
So, I believe there is a lot of things we can learn. I still had to share with them because she did it, and we as a group want to do it. Okay. And I believe it's a window for us to see how we can do our own. I identified two things we can buy. These mobile flags. We can buy and go on the street with it. You know, that is what Jesus said we should do.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, all this year we are gathering money for somebody to buy a private jet, and he will come and abuse us on top of it. He said you are too small. After collecting my money, I've been tithing for 15 years. That was the time I sold a house of almost 200 million.
They are too small because they are not donating enough.
Yes, yes. It's an insult. If I carry my money, give your foundation, or not even give your foundation, go and buy the food myself.
That's
Take
20 million. That way open.
We sold the house of 200
The land,
million.
the land they have, we'll build it to.
Oh, sure.
To
Now.
finish.
No, don't buy just.
So when I say I've
And
been
we
abused,
want
I know what
so
I'm
why
talking
did you
about.
If every year you are putting to 2 million, they won't talk about. They will bring you out so that you can be given testimony. I think there's one woman
Yes.
that gave testimony. Kechi,
And
Then-
don't forget that all these testimonies are arranged.
Is it Kechi, yeah? I saw that testimony.
But what they will not tell us, Nkechi did not just. Nkechi works. If you hear when Mayowa did the analysis,
yes.
the hard work, that's where they hide. They won't tell you.
They'll just show you
They
the
just make
miracle.
it look like it's giving their prayer.
Kechi studied abroad. Did all these masters.
Yes.
How many jobs did you say
They
Nkechi
will
was
tell you
doing?
that one.
Her 1 year salary.
She gave her 1 year
He
salary.
shocked God.
So she shocked God.
God begin the shock, electric
So
shock.
they want all
God.
of you to give 1 year salary.
Yes, so that you
It's
shock
money that
God.
is now shocking God.
Money,
Yes.
money shocking God. God Almighty.
You know, at times when they
Oluwa.
are just giving that testimony, they say, okay, it's my handwork and this and that.
It can encourage somebody else.
No, the pastor can't
The
encourage
pastor,
the
the
pastor. The
fee
pastor
say-
might just take the mic from you.
Yes.
Because I remember when
They
I
will
was
take it
giving
off.
testimony of my daughter Naomi, how I gave birth to Naomi and all those stuff. Because I was in the Homati hospital, I was just there with my God. Nobody came to me because I had my baby 27 weeks. No pastor even come to the hospital and pray with me. Even when I was to discharge my daughter, they said, okay, my daughter has something something that produces white blood cell. It's not there. It has hole in her heart. They said no, they won't allow me to
Go.
take my daughter home. So I have to take my daughter home myself. They said, okay, I have to sign.
Sign,
I didn't tell my husband because I know he
You know.
was me. So when I was giving that testimony, how God just intervened, even after I took my baby home, they asked me to come back a few days time. When I went there, they checked everything. They just look at the paper. They said, there's nothing like that. They check and check and check. They said they can't find anything. Because I didn't say,
Pastor,
Yes.
when I was the pastor just collect the mic from me.
Did you see the manipulation?
God of
Oyedepo.
no
victory.
VPA. God of
VPA. Victory something as
The green one.
VPA.
The green one.
Yeah,
The green one.
Because I was a usher there.
Because you didn't ascribe the miracle to him.
Exactly. He just collected the mic from me. Exactly. When we just started, all of us, when we
I don't worship.
That's why
I
in
think it
our
was about
church
12 of
before.
us.
I don't worship.
During that time, all of us just take him. I think it was about 3 of us that left the church with pregnancy. Everybody, they miscarried. That's how I left the church.
Upon pastor prayed for those ones.
My sister is this mentality from home is bad.
It's bad.
You can't do that to even Oyibo when you go to church.
No, they won't take that.
We have that's back home there before we come here. We get bad seed already inside the ground. And it has germinated, growing.
We don't ask questions.
Unless we
You don't ask
uproot
questions.
it.
If you even ask,
You can't ask man of
if
God.
you even ask, is a problem. That not only church, the abuse is world nationwide. You know,
When a man of
I
God
remember when I was
is
doing
living out,
antenatal for this boy.
You chastise that man of God.
I climbed
They say
still.
don't judge the man of God. Okay, they will not only say don't touch my anointed.
She said, but she told me
I
that
don't
many people
understand
she
this
talked.
anointed is only for
Is your weight now?
My weight with my
Anointed
pregnancy
is
that we know how I'm
God
progressing.
has
You know,
changed
Can you imagine?
one of the reasons they
why
that's why I
One
came to
house,
have my
one
children here.
house, one house. Anyway, we thank God. These are all eye-opening. Thank God we've been liberated. Oh. A lot of people are still in this thing. They don't know. God will help us. So, and today we have an exhortation from our brother. I think we are rounding up. Gradually we are rounding
And we'll
up.
do 2 minutes outside.
Yes, you want to interview me in our talk show. So, God servant, you know you shared a word yesterday. I said, please come and summarize it to us today.
Praise God. First of all, I want to thank God for bringing us under this umbrella. And of course, not forgetting the instruments that God has used. Talking about the family that have hosted us.
Yeah.
We also appreciate them. It takes the heart of charity
Oh yeah.
to think about bringing people together. So we appreciate you so much for that. Lucky and Stella, thank you so much for hosting us. And secondly, what I want to talk about is what we are doing, which is this movement. If there's anything that will give joy to God, is touching the soul of men on earth.
Yes.
And one of the ways to touch people is meeting their needs, both spiritual and physical. Very, very important. No man will listen to you when they have a pressing need that is eating them back. It is an offense to humanity when an average human being cannot have the basic need of life. Food, shelter, and clothing. So any church that is existing and cannot testify about having a constant fulfillment of this part of what I've said, I don't care how big the church is a total failure.
It is.
Because Christ came for this purpose.
That's it.
He came so that we can be fed both spiritually and physically.
Yeah.
But what is happening nowadays? People are gathering to build big churches, all in the name of building empire for themselves. That's the way I see it. It might not be same in all churches, but most churches are building empire for themselves.
Absolutely.
They are trying to make name, and it reminds me of the Tower of Babel. They were trying to achieve something for themselves.
That's right.
The purpose was not for the destiny to come in and stay in the building they were building. If you read the account very well, they said, let us build a house that will reach to heaven. That was their intention, to let God see that we don't reach where you did.
Yes.
And that is not the intention of God. So what did God do eventually? He brought confusion in their midst. He was giving them different languages, which means they were understanding themselves differently. You know, sometimes when I preach and I talk about this aspect, I tell people how some words in another language means another thing. For example, in Calabar, if you say ino, it means, in Yoruba, if you say ino, it means fire. Funny enough, ino in Calabar means thief.
In Igbo it means fall.
In what?
In Igbo it means fall.
It means fall.
Four, number 4.
To fall. Okay, fall.
4 is number 4.
So imagine when God was to de-strategize them.
He just say not to.
What he did was to just bring fire. That was why are you calling me thief? That was what do you mean I'm number 4? And so it's a sign that what you are doing is not of God, because the language of God is one. And what is that language? Love.
Love.
Yeah.
To people.
Anywhere you teach it, anywhere you practice it, you can't hide love. Also, where there is love, God is there.
God is love.
But what we have nowadays, religion. We neglect forgiveness. We neglect mercy. We neglect showing of care, hospitality.
Wait till matter.
Then we now talk about how we are so much anointed that even the giving of others is not the reason why we are doing well. Let them stop giving. Them. You know that
I know. Don't mind them.
You know that Jesus Christ is the Lord.
Yes.
By the grace of God, I've been in the ministry for about 20 years. And I've gone out. While on campus, I will go from Abeokuta to go and minister in Mina, in Bidapoli.
Yeah.
I will go and minister there. They will invite me. I wasn't going there to collect offering. I was going there because I know the gospel must be preached. That was the foundation.
Out of love.
Yeah, that was the foundation I was given.
Yes.
That souls must be liberated. But nowadays, when you invite a man of God, you don't put money in the
Honorarium.
They will start laying costs. They don't have respect for the anointing.
No,
They don't
I think you miss it, and I disagree with you fully. You said when they invite a man of God, you have to, before you leave your house,
okay, you might have put in the money.
you must have like what type of we should tell which type of car, what
Kind of car will come and pick me in the airport?
So that means I've missed a lot.
So
Because when I
sorry.
started, I lost it now.
You for don't buy jet.
That was not my own priority.
That's why you are where you are.
Abi? You are the top person telling me this.
For don't buy jet.
If I don't go fly, you don't get started.
But God is happy with you.